Hi, Peter. Just making this quick video showing you how to change your cabin filter or pollen filter or particle filter, sometimes called. I'm doing this on an MGZS 2002, which should be similar for Rover 45s, I think Rover 400s, Honda Civics as well, that kind of ilk. But make sure you get the right code number for your model vehicle. There seems to be a lot of variations and variants depending on the make and year, that sort of thing. I think there's two different types for this particular model. I originally got the wrong one, and now hopefully this will be the right one. Okay. Good thing to do is take your old one out first, find out the serial number on it, and then match it up with your new one. Okay, so here we are on the MGZS. On this one, it's located behind the glove box. So I've got to take the glove box out first, and to do that, we've got a couple of screws which are 8mm nut heads on them, and they're located on the hinges underneath. So there's one on the left, you can see that one there, and then there's one on the opposite side over here. So just spin these out. Good idea to check your pollen filter. I recommend it's about every 10-15,000 miles or once a year, because they do get really clogged up. I mean, this one I've already had out to check it, and it was full of leaves. I don't think it's ever been cleaned. Full of leaves, grit, dust, dirt, dead flies, that sort of thing. So obviously if your pollen filters or your cabin filter's full of muck, it's not going to work efficiently. It's not going to filter out all that dirt and debris that's getting into the cabin. And also, what's happened to me before was I thought my fan wasn't working very well. It was lost its power. I thought, oh, the fan's on its way out. I'm going to have to have all the hassle of changing the fan now. But what actually was, it was the pollen filter. It was really badly blocked up. So once I replaced it with a new one, hoovered out all the muck from the housing, then we had it was back onto full power. So just a quick and easy change, saved a lot of trouble. Okay, so that just lifts out. Right, then again behind here, that's where the pollen filter is housed, just in this casing here. But we've got this strengthening bar going across, or supporting bar, and that holds the hinges for the glove box. So we've got to take that off, and I think there's a screw missing on here. But basically, it should be two either side. I'll just whiz them out. Where your pollen filter is on your vehicle just depends on the make and model. On a Citroen Picasso I had, the pollen filter was under the bonnet, up near the bulkhead, and that was a similar sort of thing, just unscrewing the cover and swapping it out. Sometimes they're right under the sometimes be under the windscreen somewhere in another little casing. Okay, so these are 8mm heads as well, and they're quite easy just to spin out. Okay, and this bar pulls out. There's some little plastic lugs behind it which you can't see, little plastic pins on this side, and they fit into these little holes here, one here and one here, so you've got to push and pull on the trim to get the lug or the pin out of those holes. Okay, next thing, you can see, just focus in a bit better. Just need to unplug that blue plastic connector, just push in on the side so it'll unlock it, and then just pull it down. Just like that, hang free. And then the actual housing cover itself, it's got some clips underneath. There's one underneath, just pull that down, and actually if you just lift it up, that'll come away. And there's some writing on there, it says Vallejo, so we'll keep the writing the right way up. Okay, next is the filter, and this one's got a little handle on it just to pull that out. And as you can see how black that is, okay, compared to the new one, quite a big difference there. So obviously the one on the right is never going to work as efficiently as the new one on the left. Okay, let's get rid of that. Like I said, checking your numbers, serial numbers on here, they're marked on the top. I think this one is X9A7, I think that was the main number, but that's the one you want to be looking for to try and match up with your replacement. More often than not, it's the writing that goes uppermost, and on here it says direction of airflow as well, but just make sure that the new one goes in the same way as the old one came out. Normally it's the writing uppermost, and then the airflow is going that way. Okay, this one's slightly different design to the replacement. The other one had a plastic casing on it with a handle on, but this one hasn't. But it's still compatible with this vehicle. The one I got before, because I hadn't checked the serial numbers properly, was similar sort of design to this, but it was the wrong dimensions and it was never going to fit. What you need to do, I've already done it previously, is when you've got the filter removed, the old one, get your hoover in there, get the nozzle in and hoover out all the muck and dust and dirt from inside the housing there before you put the new one in. That's quite important, and you'll be surprised how much muck and dirt will come out of there. Okay, so putting it all back together pretty quick. As they always say in the manuals, how does it? Reassembly is simply the opposite of disassembly. So you've got to get those lugs to line up. There's some plastic pins. Okay, video stopped recording there for some reason, but anyway, basically it's just putting them two screws back in there, your two screws in there, or in my case one. I don't know what's happened to that other one. Fitting back the glove box lid, just clip that in, and you've got the two screws to fix the hinges back in there, and that's basically it. So the filters are readily available on eBay. You can do good searches on there, probably the cheapest place. I'll leave a link for you in the description, which will take you straight to the section on eBay for pollen filters. So if you enjoyed this video, thought it was useful, thought it was helpful, appreciate if you give me a thumbs up, or leave a comment in the boxes below. I'd love to hear your feedback. So all the best. Take care.